This is Dorothy. Dorothy is an 8-year-old girl with 2 older brothers named Joe and Louis. She also has an older sister named Lucy, along with an 18-month-old little brother named Timmy. One day, they were getting ready to go out to a local event called Tulip Time on a Saturday. Her brother was a percussionist for a band, and the family was ready to go out to see him march in the parade. Mom was in the kitchen on the phone, and Dad was helping Louis find his drumsticks. Lucy was packing lemonade in the cooler, while Joe just stood there watching her. Dorothy was going to go out to the garage and get some chairs for the car, while Timmy followed her out. And Timmy found a little ball to play with while Dorothy loaded the chairs in the vehicle. Minutes later, she heard a scream from across the street. Dorothy ran across to see what was wrong, and she found that the neighbor lady had just run over Timmy with her car. Dorothy ran back to the house, and she didn't know what to say but to tug on her mom's shirt and pointed across the street. Her mom let out a cry, sending the siblings and Dad into the kitchen. The ambulance finally came. They took Timmy to the hospital, and Mom went with him while Dad took them in the car. They rushed to the hospital and ran inside, and the doctor had them stay in the waiting room, and no one said a word for an hour. And finally the doctor came out. He couldn't make it, he said, and everything felt empty and hopeless. After they got home, it was impossible for the family to go about their normal routine. Joe was questioning why this had happened. Louis is doing everything he can to distract himself and even insisted on going to the parade. Lucy simply sat on the couch and didn't move. Dad became angry over the death, while Mom refused to accept it. And Dorothy felt like a piece of her was missing. It's hard for Dorothy to trust any car when crossing in front of them. And when she looks at other families with siblings, she wants to tell them to love each other and to look out for each other because family could be taken away so quickly. Dorothy couldn't even imagine what life would be like without Timmy and how she could carry on. She couldn't concentrate in school, and her mom stayed in bed for the last week, and Dad couldn't sleep at night and always depended on coffee at work. Louis didn't even bother finding his drumsticks that he lost, and Joe failed his math test, while Lucy simply refused to talk to anybody. As time went on, things got a little easier for Dorothy. She came to understand that Timmy is free from suffering now that he's in heaven. The co-workers at Dad's workplace showed a lot of sympathy towards him and his family, and made it easier for him to come into work every day. When Louis got back to school, the band made him a card and has dedicated the next concert to the family. Mom went into counseling, but her recovery wasn't as smooth as what the others were, but she managed to get about her normal routines. Lucy finally started talking again. She was telling the family about how nice everybody at school was and how every one of them wanted to help. The family recovered very well, but Timmy will never be forgotten.